First off, I want to start with a big moment in the game, and of course, a very controversial one. I've seen a lot of fans complaining about the decision, and of course, it's the penalty decision against Harry Maguire. And let me just say, it's soft. It's very soft. And United fans are understandably annoyed. And when I was watching it live, I was thinking, oh man, for God's sake, that is soft. That's weak. But, and I'm replaying the incident over and over and over here, it doesn't look very good, does it? And I do think if you remove any like favoritism or bias, you have to say, you know, it is soft, but that's just the game today. Today's version of football is soft. The modern game is soft. That's just the state of it right now. And if you make this sort of movement in the box, which it's not a natural movement, the only reason why you go to put two hands up on a player is to stop that player, to stop the movement of the player, to stop the player getting past. And if you do that, you are putting yourself at risk, especially in the box. And another thing is the way that Evan Nilsson goes down, it's very natural. It didn't look forced, so, you know, all things considered, it's annoying and frustrating. I don't like it, but that is just the game. Anyway, there's no need to cry over spilt milk. It is what it is. And in the end, the result and the game wasn't a disaster. It is 2 points lost, but let's look at the positives. Top 4 is still looking very good, and the performance was a nice one. So let's go and take a look at some of those nice things and delve into the tactical side of the game. The most noticeable pattern that I saw when analysing the game was Manchester United's play out wide and how they basically overloaded those areas. So United set up in this 4-2-4 or 4-2-2-2-2-2-2, whatever you want to call it. But essentially they set up with basically a front four with Cunha mostly on the left, Bruno and Mbeumo in the centre and Ahmad on the right. But what United did against Bournemouth was really interesting, as they would often put two of their forwards out wide to create an overload. And what this did was it would bring the Bournemouth defenders across to defend the overload, to leave space for the other two forwards to find opportunities in central areas. And this wasn't just your conventional overload where the wing back would overlap the winger. This is putting two of your most creative players out wide on the wings. And the play that we saw was often outstanding. Many opportunities came from this setup from both sides of the pitch. And really a few more goals should have come from these pieces of play. It was also often the case that one of the central midfielders and the fullback would also join the overload. So there was this clear effort to pull Bournemouth to one side of the pitch to create opportunities elsewhere. And this right here is a really cool tactical change from Michael Carrick. And it's great to see because I think some of the fans have started to question the man in charge and whether he's tactically, you know, astute enough to take Manchester United further. But in the last two games, I'm definitely seeing a lot of improvements here in Carrick's tactical side of the game. This game also saw some absolutely beautiful passages of play. It's Carrick ball in full flow and it is really good to see. I can't actually remember a time before Carrick when I've sat back and just went, whoa, that was lovely, you know, watching United play. It was rare, if ever, under Amorim, to be fair. It definitely didn't happen under Ten Hag. It happened early on with Solskjaer, but that faded away towards the end. Mourinho, definitely not. And Louis van Gaal played some of the most boring football that I've ever seen. So aesthetically, definitely not pleasing on the eye. But what we're seeing now is like a throwback to the Alex Ferguson days. And of course, Carrick played under Ferguson. It's fast, it's fluid football with clear directness to get the ball forward as quickly as possible and score goals, which at the end of the day is what football's all about. Or what it should be about, actually, to be fair. The modern day, game's gone. And I thought back to the game. Individually, the players were very good as well. Cunha especially was electric and I felt he looked dangerous throughout the whole game. He was carrying the ball really well, dribbling past players, creating opportunities. Really good. And Mbeumo was working really hard and was a constant annoyance to the Bournemouth defenders. Bruno was linking play beautifully and was really showcasing why so many fans and pundits are basically putting him as the Premier League player of the season. Euro has been really solid the past two games and Mainu was also showing way more class on the ball. He was really good at linking up the play, and these sort of things have been missing from his game in the past few games, but you know, he did really well. So we can sit around and be annoyed at the result, but let's have some perspective. It was a good performance. Champions League football is still on for next season. The sending off and the penalty decision on another day could have gone the other way. Some other referees wouldn't have even given it, and there's just loads to be positive about still. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and consider subscribing, as it would really help the channel. Cheers.